Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, Living Tomb Formation. It's painted, it's ready for battle, and in this video I'm going to reveal the full army list that I've come up with to play the formation on the table soon. So there will be a battle report coming up shortly. So in the previous videos I have talked about the list, and indeed I did a video expressing my sort of initial ideas for an army based around this formation, and I got some good feedback, some good comments on that, and I've taken some of those comments and expanded on my initial idea. I now have a list. So let's have a look at the list. So we'll start off obviously with the formation. Now I've gone all out with the two monoliths and the obelisk, and the special rules for that is that the obelisk, everything has to start in reserve, but the obelisk comes down automatically on turn 2, and then your monoliths, who do have to roll for reserves, but when they do come down they don't scatter within 12 inches of the obelisk, and then once they come down you can then teleport units, one units from each that are in reserve. So quite a nice little formation there, and I want to take full advantage of the rules. So in my initial video, my initial idea video, I said that I was thinking of having some 20 strong warrior squads coming out of the monolith, because visually I thought that would look really cool. But then in that video I said, well, there's probably not enough room for them to come out. You've only got 6 inches, and 20 warriors in 6-inch range would be pretty cramped. But I had a good comment back from Matthew, who said, well, hang on, it's not just 6 inches if you think about it. You've got, because the monolith door is like there, and then you've got 6 inches this way, 6 inches that way, and then an arc of 6 inches going around from the door. So you've got quite a lot of room. And when I thought about it, that's correct. You do actually have quite a lot of room. So I'm going to stick with my initial idea of having squads of 20 warriors. So I think that would look really cool. Now, of course, the Decurion is the way I like to go. I know you lose objective secure, but I love having that 4+ RP roll. It's like Necrons in the old days. So I will be taking the Decurion. That not only gives me the 4+ RP roll, it makes my Living Tomb formation a bit stronger as well, because the Living Metal special rule without the Decurion is you have to roll the dice to ignore crew stunned and shaken results. When in the Decurion you don't have to roll, it just automatically ignores. Which is really great. Now you do still take the whole point, but it does ignore automatically. And the other rule for Living Metal is you can regenerate whole points on a roll of a 6. So again, that's pretty nice. So that's going to help boost the actual formation. So I'm sticking with the Decurion. So of course I am having the Reclamation Legion as part of the Decurion, and my HQ is going to be Nemesis. And the reason why I'm going for Nemesis is he will manipulate my reserve roll. So I can basically add 1 to my reserve roll. So I will definitely be coming out on anything that I roll that isn't a 1. So that is really useful. A high percentage chance of both of my monoliths coming out, or at least 1. It can happen, of course, but it's unlikely I'll roll double 1. So that's a good start for me. And then I've got 10 Immortals, which Nemesis is going to join, and they're going to start on the table. And I've also taken a very small squad of 5 Immortals, which also will start on the table, bearing in mind that most of the army is going to be in reserve. Now the idea of the small squad of Immortals is that they will try and hide. So they'll go on the board, but behind a piece of terrain where they can't be targeted. So there's absolutely no chance of me being wiped off the table before my reserves come on. So that's the idea of the small squad of Immortals. Plus, of course, during the game, my monoliths can teleport units through. So I can potentially teleport Nemesaur and his unit through the monolith if I need to. So those 5 guys will have the sole purpose of basically A, at the beginning of the game, not being killed, and B, towards the middle stroke end of the game to obviously take a backfield objective. And then, like I said, I've got 2 squads of 20 warriors. They'll be in reserve, ready to come out of the monoliths. Obviously, there's a small chance that if a monolith doesn't come out and both those warrior squads do, that I'll have to deploy them normally. But then I do, like I said, have the monolith's ability to teleport them through later in the game. But I just think visually it'd be great just to have everything coming in all together. I then have, to finish this off, some tomb blades, and they've got the looms, veins and scopes, and there's going to be 5 of them, so a slightly stronger unit than I normally play, just to give me an extra sort of bit of shooting and a bit of speed as well. So that'll be the Reclamation Legion. And then of course the Living Tomb Formation, which is pretty expensive, 700 points. Doesn't leave a lot to play with. I've got about 260 points left. I was looking for a distraction unit, which is what I was talking about in the previous videos, but I have decided, as I've painted him, I am going to use the Transcendent Catan as my distraction unit. So it's 250 points, sits in the list quite nicely. He's going to stay in reserve and also deep strike him. He's got some nice powers, although they are random, and just be cool basically to play him. So that's going to be the list. So on the table, I'm just going to have 5 Immortals hiding, a group of 10 Immortals with Nemesaur and some Tomb Blades, and that's it. But hopefully, all being well, on turn 2, if I don't roll any ones, I'll have the Tesseract Vault come in, deep strike, then the 2 Monoliths deep strike in next to that, and then 20 warriors out of each monolith will be piling out, and then to boot, the Transcendent Catan will be deep striking in behind, probably in your ranks. So, the monoliths, etc., they're going to deep strike, probably central position, try and block you off to any of my objectives, maintain board control, and then the Transcendent Catan is going to deep strike in your deployment zone. And that is the list, so that's how it's going to work. And I'm really, really happy with it. Obviously, the Decurion gives me the extra bonuses, not only the additional RP rolls, but also gives me Move Through Cover and Relentless. And those are 2 special rules which can be overlooked quite easily because they're actually very powerful. Having Move Through Cover on your warriors, etc., that's really, really useful. And also Relentless, very, very useful, not to be underestimated. You can rapid fire your Gauls weapons and then you can assault. And okay, Necrons don't like being in the assault, but it means that not only can you rapid fire, you'll get +1 for the charge, and the chances are if you're in rapid fire range, you're going to be assaulted anyway next turn. So at least that will stop them from getting their +1 for the charge. And if there's a shooter unit that you're assaulting, they're only going to be able to shoot you on snapshot for Overwatch, rather than if you didn't shoot, they would come in, they'd shoot you, and then they'd assault you, get +1 for the charge, and you're dead. So it's actually a pretty useful rule to have Relentless, so don't underestimate that. Okay, so that is the list. So I really hope that you're looking forward to the games as much as I am, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think, like I said, it's going to visually be really, really awesome to see, and I can't wait. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching as always, and watch out for the battle reports.